everything to know about Solana. Solana is a public, open-source blockchain that supports smart contracts, including non-fungible tokens or NFTs, and a variety of decentralized applications, or dApps. Native to Solana's blockchain is the SOL token, which provides network security through staking, as well as a means of transferring value. Welcome back to another episode of Money Reviewer. Subscribe to the channel now if you enjoy this type of content, and hit the notification bell to never miss any of our latest videos that we upload. In this episode, we will be going over everything to know about Solana. Let's dive in. Solana was created in 2017 by Anatoly Yakovenko, alongside current Solana board member and Chief Operations Officer 𝐥𝐤𝐤. Yakovenko, now Solana Labs CEO, came from a background in system design and wanted to apply his knowledge toward a new blockchain paradigm that enabled faster processing speeds. Solana is a proof-of-stake cryptocurrency with smart contract capabilities, including DeFi, dApps, and NFTs. Solana boasts a theoretical throughput of 65,000 transactions a second with near zero fees. The boom in the DeFi and NFT spaces have pushed fees on Ethereum extremely high, causing crypto users to seek other options like Solana. Solana has been at the center of controversy in the crypto industry, as skeptics claim its transaction speed are only possible because the chain has sacrificed decentralization. The founders aimed to create a brand new blockchain that could scale to global adoption. At the time, blockchain transaction speeds were limited to around 15 per second, a throughput that paled in comparison to Visa and MasterCard's ability to process roughly 65,000 transactions per second. Yakovenko and 𝐥𝐤𝐤 sought to make a new blockchain that could meet demand at a global scale. Solana now boasts a theoretical peak capacity of 65,000 transactions per second, and has become one of the most highly used blockchains today due to its speed and cheap transaction costs. Like almost any blockchain system today, Solana is still very new and not without controversy. Solana's blockchain. Solana runs on a hybrid protocol of proof-of-stake, or POS, and a concept Solana calls proof-of-history, or POH. Proof-of-stake is an algorithm that lets a blockchain maintain accurate information across all of its participants. Proof-of-stake. With proof-of-stake, cryptocurrency owners pledge or stake their coins to a validator. A validator is a computer running the blockchain software with its own copy of the blockchain. These validators are the equivalent of miners in a proof-of-work blockchain like Bitcoins. Instead of competing with other computers to complete complex puzzles like in proof-of-work, validators are chosen to add the next block of transactions based on how large their stake is, how many coins they have pledged to the network, how long they have staked for, and a number of other criteria. The idea is to measure the level of commitment network participants have and reward them for their dedication. The larger the stake relative to circulating supply, the more decentralized and secure the network becomes. What is proof of history? Proof of history is a method for proving that transactions are in the correct sequence and found by the right leader. Solana's blockchain is broken into slots or periods of time where a validator ingests transactions and produces a block. In this system, leaders are chosen ahead of each slot in order to save time. A node, or validator, is chosen to be a leader of a slot through the proof-of-stake mechanism based on the quantity of SOL held. Each validator is responsible for continuing a count or tally of the passage of time, known as a proof-of-history sequence, and the next block of transactions for the slot they have been chosen for. How proof-of-history works. Validator A is assigned to slot 1 and spends 5 seconds finding the next block. Validator B is assigned to slot 2 and takes 5 seconds to find the following block, amounting to the passage of 10 seconds. Validator C is assigned to slot 3 and takes 5 seconds to find a block. By the end, a total of 15 seconds have passed. It takes each validator the same amount of time to complete this process. We know Validator C is assigned to slot 3, and because each block takes the same amount of time, we know that slot 3 should only begin at the 10-second mark. Therefore, Validator C cannot start before or after the tally has reached 10 seconds. Because this tally of the passage of time can be seen by all validators, and the slot leaders are chosen ahead of time, everyone knows when a leader is supposed to begin. If there were a fourth validator, Validator D, chosen as the leader for slot 4, all parties would know that Validator D is only allowed to begin at the 15-second mark. Why use proof of history? This system lowers latency and increases throughput because slot leaders can stream transactions to the rest of the validators in real time rather than waiting to fill an entire block and send it at once. As validators keep count of time, they can stamp each incoming transaction with a time, or proof of history value, so the other nodes can order transactions within a block correctly, even if they aren't streamed in chronological order. The other nodes can then verify these transactions as they come in, rather than having to review an entire block of transactions at once. What makes Solana different? Solana parts ways with other blockchains in the way consensus is formed among the nodes. While proof of history has its benefits, there are some concerns around Solana's voting mechanism and whether or not it causes centralization. With Solana, nodes must vote on blocks and their transactions' legitimacy in order for them to become part of the chain. Nodes send votes to the leader, and the leader is then responsible for tallying the votes themselves and signing off on the block. In a typical blockchain, validators are chosen via proof of stake. They then create the next block of transactions and broadcast this to all the other nodes in the network. The rest of the network then audits the new block against their version of the ledger. Each node then checks its version of the ledger and the new block against all other nodes in the network. From here, nodes individually choose whether to agree that this new block is legitimate or not. The process continues until a majority of nodes have agreed on one new version of the chain. While it is time-consuming, letting nodes come to an agreement without an intermediary tallying votes has been core to decentralized blockchains since Bitcoin was created. Solana tokenomics. There are currently 315,100,273 SOL coins in circulation, with a total supply of 511,616,946, without an established maximum supply. The SOL token has two use cases. One is staking, where token holders can stake their SOL and receive rewards. The other allows users to use SOL as payment for fees associated with running smart contracts or other transactions. Additionally, Solana distributes a fixed amount of inflation-based rewards across its weighted validator set that secures the Solana network. Each stake and reward is weighted by the number of tokens that are staked. Yield is proportional to the number of tokens staked measured against the total token supply. Solana launched with an inflation rate of around 8%, which is expected to decline by 15% each year, a downward trend that will decrease until the rate reaches 1.5% annually, where it will remain. Issuances are anticipated to be sent to validators, with 95% of issued tokens toward validator rewards and 5% reserved for operating expenses. Solana's DeFi. Solana's decentralized finance, or DeFi ecosystem, currently has over $8.6 billion in total value locked among its various platforms. This puts Solana in 6th place behind other chains like Ethereum, Terra, Avalanche, and Phantom. Solana's leading platforms are the decentralized exchange Serum, the open liquidity mining platform Quarry, and the Solana staking platform Marinade Finance. As DeFi and non-fungible token, or NFT ecosystems have boomed in the last 2 years, Ethereum's network has become overwhelmed and extremely expensive to use. Solana's chain offers what Ethereum's base layer currently cannot: fast transactions at little to no cost. For this reason, activity on Solana's chain has quickly grown in both the creation of decentralized applications, or dApps, and transactions. While Ethereum still has over $125 billion locked within its ocean of dApps, Solana is growing exponentially. Since its creation in 2017, Solana has become the 6th most used DeFi platform in value locked. There is currently almost $8.6 billion locked in various DeFi dApps on Solana, much of which accrued in 2021 alone. Solana's speed and low cost make it easy to use compared to other blockchains, adding to its appeal to both beginner and advanced crypto users. Solana's criticisms. Although Solana has quickly grown in popularity with its low-cost transactions as crypto users seek faster and cheaper platforms outside of Ethereum, it has received criticism for a number of reasons. Centralization of Solana. Some opponents of Solana argue that a number of its aspects result in a centralized system. Roughly half of the token supply is owned by venture capitalist firms and other insiders. While some see this as counter to the philosophy of a decentralized network, others view their involvement as a necessary evil to fund blockchain adoption. Additionally, just 19 nodes hold over a third of the cumulative stake, and therefore validate over a third of transactions. On top of that, over 37% of staked SOL was held by validators run on Amazon Web Services as of September 2021. The hardware requirements and amount of SOL a validator must own to maintain a node are significant, and likely push more individuals who wish to participate towards other solutions like AWS. Solana's staking system. The nature of Solana's staking system has also led to centralization concerns. SOL rewards are proportional to the number of tokens staked. If a node were to split their stake between two validators to have 2 votes, they would get the same rewards and have to pay double the voting fee. For this reason, stakers and validators seek to hoard tokens under fewer validators to win more blocks instead of spreading tokens and propagating the network. And with that, we've reached the end of this video all about Solana. Get involved and let us know in the comments section down below. We hope you found this video helpful, and if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos just like this. And turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on our latest uploads. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.